I'm excited about 4 ways to make homemade fruit popsicles for summer. They taste good and they're good for you. Let's get started. Our first and easiest way to make homemade fruit popsicles is just with a fruit juice. I happen to have apple juice already open, so I'm going to choose to make apple juice popsicles. You could make them out of orange, grape, cranberry, or a mix of any sort of juice that you like. If you would like to make them a little bit less ice crystal-like after they freeze, you can add a tablespoon of light corn syrup for each cup of liquid juice that you have. That will keep the crystals from forming as much, and it will be a little less icy and hard. But that adds some sugar to it, so that's a choice that you can make. I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of corn syrup into my cup of apple juice. I'm only making 2 popsicles with this, so I'm cutting my recipe down to fit in my popsicle forms. Each of my popsicle molds holds about 1/2 cup of liquid, just a little less. I'm going to go ahead and drop an apple into each of the popsicles that I'm making. So we have a little bit of fruit in there as well as juice. And then I'm going to pour my apple juice into the mold, and I'm going to pour it up until it's about 1/4 of an inch from the top, because when it freezes it's going to expand a little bit. So that gives it just a little bit of room to freeze and expand. So let's finish this second popsicle. This is plain juice with just a little bit of corn syrup. Lastly, I've got the 2 sticks that go on here, and they pop on. I like them because they have these little straws that you could drink the juice as it's melting too. So these are the 2 popsicles that I'm making out of plain apple juice, and those are going to go in the freezer. Our second option for making homemade fruit popsicles is a blended fruit and juice popsicle. You can use whatever type of fruit you'd like. I have mixed fruit here with some peaches, mangoes, strawberries, and a bit of pineapple. And then you can also choose whatever juice you'd like. So I kind of match my juice to the type of fruit. So I'm using, since this is a little more tropical fruit, I'm going to be using orange juice for this one. So the recipe will be below, and then it's going to take just a little bit of lemon juice, and I didn't have lemon, so I squeezed a lime, and it will be according to the recipe. It also calls for a little bit of vanilla. That just adds a little rich flavor. It's not very much. So let's go ahead and pour the juice in with the fruit, and this is all going to go in the blender. Now I'm making a smaller batch than you will make to go in all of your cups. I'm going to be filling 2 popsicles in my molds with this, so I'm using a smaller amount of fruit. So you'll go by the recipe. I'll put this in the blender and I'll be right back. This blended up into a nice puree, and it's beautiful too, and it tastes yummy. I did taste it, and I did not add any extra sugar to it or honey. So this is the blended fruit, and I'm going to put it in a cup with a pour spout, although I think I am going to still need to help it. It's pretty thick. And I'm going to fill my 2 popsicle containers with this mixture. I'm going to take just a little out so that there's a little bit of head space in there, about 1/4 inch of head space. Fill that second cup. And then we'll pop on our 2 lids. Our third option for making homemade fruit popsicles is a blended fruit and yogurt popsicle. You can choose whatever fruit you'd like and whatever yogurt type you would like, and go according to the recipe. I have my fresh fruit, my yogurt, honey, You can add a little bit of sugar to taste after you've mixed it up if you'd like. We're going to add just a tad of vanilla and a little bit of lemon juice. This is actually lime juice for me because I had a lime and not a lemon. But that's the beauty of this recipe, is that you can mix and match things. You can use fresh fruit or frozen fruit. You can use Greek yogurt or plain yogurt. You can use lemon juice or lime juice. When you are sweetening, you can use honey or plain sugar or corn syrup if you'd like. In the actual fruit juices, we can use orange juice, cranberry juice, grape juice, pineapple juice, anything that sounds good to you, and you can mix them. I'm going to go ahead and put these into the blender, and I'll be back in a moment. So we're going to fill 2 of the popsicle containers with the blended strawberry yogurt mixture. Okay, let's finish filling the second container and putting on the tops. I like how these snap on. Our fourth and last option for making homemade fruit popsicles is going to be a layered blended fruit and yogurt popsicle, so that you'll see kind of a stripe in the popsicle. So we're going to use mixed berries, and as I've said on each recipe, you can choose whatever berries you would like. Strawberries and blueberries and raspberries are in this mix. And then you can use whatever kind of yogurt you want, Greek or plain or flavored. This is a plain yogurt. No, it's a vanilla yogurt. And we're going to add a little bit of honey to it to sweeten it. You could add a little bit of sugar to taste if you would like, but that is optional. For fun, I'm going to throw just a few blueberries into the yogurt. And then we're going to blend the berries. I may need to add a little bit of fruit juice to that to get it to blend well. So we're going to add the blended fruit and the yogurt into these popsicle containers and layer them. They're not going to get mixed together, although I'm sure they will blend some. But we're going to start and end with the fruit. So I'm going to do this by spoonfuls in here. And then a spoonful of the yogurt. We'll end up with the fruit, which is good. All right, now we'll do the other. A little bit of fruit to end the second one as well. And then we're going to put the tops on. So now we've made 4 different types of homemade fruit popsicles. They're going to all go in the freezer, and I'll pull them out and let you see how they turn out. These 4 ways to make homemade fruit popsicles for summer look delicious and healthy. For more ideas for snacks and crafts, come on over to welcometonana's.com and join the fun.